At a busy railway station, a poor beggar sat in the corner. His eyes carried more questions than hope. One day, he noticed a tall, well-dressed man passing by. The beggar thought to himself, "This man looks wealthy. Surely if I ask him, he'll give me something big." He stretched out his hand and begged. The man stopped, looked him in the eye, and said, "You always ask from others. But tell me, have you ever given anything to anyone?" The beggar was stunned. "Sir, I am just a beggar. I owned nothing. What could I possibly give?" The man replied, "Life works on a simple law. Give and take. If you cannot give, then you have no right to ask." With those words, he stepped onto the train and left. Those sentences hit the beggar like thunder. All night he kept thinking, "Is this why people give me so little? Because I never give back? But what could a beggar like me ever offer?" For 2 days he searched for an answer. On the third morning, while sitting near the station, he noticed fresh flowers blooming along the tracks. Suddenly, a spark lit inside him. "What if I give flowers to those who give me alms?" He plucked a few and tried it that day. To his surprise, people's faces lit up when he handed them a flower in return for their coins. Some even gave more than usual. For the first time, the beggar felt he wasn't just taking, he was giving. This became his habit. Every morning he collected fresh flowers and handed them to anyone who helped him. Soon people recognized him, not as an ordinary beggar, but as someone special. Weeks later, he saw the same tall man again. Excited, he ran up to him. "Sir," he said, "today I have something for you. Please accept these flowers in return for whatever you give me." The man smiled, handed him money, and took the flowers. Then he said, "Wonderful! You are no longer a beggar. You are a businessman." Those words lit a fire inside the poor man. He looked at the sky and declared, "I am not a beggar anymore. I am a businessman. I can build a life." People around him laughed, but he didn't care. His heart was full of determination. 6 months later, at the same station, two well-dressed men shook hands. One asked, "Do you remember me?" The other replied, "I don't think so." Smiling, the first man said, "We've met twice. Once, you refused to give me money. Another time, you bought flowers from me. Back then, I was a beggar. But today, I am a flower merchant, traveling to another city for business." The man was surprised. The merchant continued, "You taught me the greatest rule of life. We only receive when we give." People were never giving me alms. They were paying for the flowers I offered. That's how I began my business, and today I own a flourishing trade. Both men smiled and went their ways. The lesson? Life transforms the moment we change how we see ourselves. True growth begins not with asking, but with giving. Be it kindness, effort, or value. When we believe in our worth and act on it, the world responds in ways beyond our imagination. If this story touched your heart, then don't keep it to yourself. Subscribe to the channel for more inspiring stories. Like the video if you felt even a spark of motivation. And share it with your friends, because one small story can change someone's entire life. Your one click of support means the world to me, and it might become the reason someone else finds hope today.